Hello, welcome to the fifth lecture of the second unit, that is highway material and pavements. Right. Today we are going to study on the construction of water mix macadam road. Now, what is this water mix macadam road and how it is constructed? That we are going to study. We are going to study construction of bituminous material, how the construction of this bituminous road is done. We will see in this class. So first, what is water mix macadam? So water mix macadam is same like waterborne macadam, but it is little bit different than that, right? So first we have to prepare a base that we have studied in the previous waterborne macadam. What we do, we prepare a subgrade where the subgrade is compacted, right, and it is seen whether there are any defects in it forms over a period of time for around 1 week. If there are any defects, we'll rectify that effect. Alright. So that is what preparation what we do. We level the surface, we provide a camber to that surface, and we'll see whether there are any formation of defects over it for over a period of time. That is around a 1 week. Right. After that, we'll roll it down again, rectifying it, the defects, and we'll roll it down. Next is provision of lateral confinement aggregates. While the construction of WMM, that is water mix macadam, arrangement shall be made for a lateral confinement of wet mix. Means what? This shall be done by laying an adjoining shoulders along with the WMM. This we have not seen in the WBM. We are just applying the coarse aggregates there, right? In this case, what we are going to do is, as we are going to develop the layers, we are going to side by side we are going to prepare the layers of shoulders also. We know that what we'll do is we'll do like this. This is what your subgrade is, right? What we are going to do, we are going to a layer of subgrade is going to be prepared like this, right? We know what will be the exact thickness of the road. So depending upon that, for final thickness, we'll take and we'll prepare a shoulders, so that once we lay the layers, different layers like this, right? If once we lay the different layers, that will the shoulders will provide a lateral confinement. What it will provide us lateral support, side supports, so that the material once we start compacting and rolling over it, that doesn't goes to the side. The material will not go to the side. That shoulders will obstruct and confine or hold the materials in its position intact. So that what it is trying to say. We are going to provide a lateral confinement by providing the shoulders in layers, right? The WMM is prepared in the mixing plant. Here it is different. We are going to prepare a mix here. Okay, in a pug mill or a pan type mixer of a concrete batching, which is used in the concrete batching plant. Right. The mixer what we are going to use, it is same as like a concrete mixer in the batch plant. Right. The optimum moisture for the mixing is determined at the time of compaction. Right. We'll take the soil sample and we will test it for the optimum moisture content, and that water is used in the mix of water mix macadam, right? And should not be vary from the optimum value. The once we check the optimum moisture content, same optimum moisture content is to be taken in the wet mix macadam. The mixed material should be uniformly wet and not segregation is permitted. Segregation means separations. Once we mix the materials and we add the water, it should not be such that water should not be in such quantity that the aggregates come to one side and the others finer particles get to the another side, right? So it should not have segregation and it should be uniformly wet. That is what we try to see. Next is mixing of spreading of mix. Once the mixing is done, what we are going to do, we are going to immediately after mixing it, you are going to spread it evenly on the prepared subgrade or subbase depending upon the strength of the subgrade or subbase. In no case it should be dumped in heaps. It should be uniformly laid. While laying or after mixing and during the laying process only, it should not be that you mix it in a keep it in a heap and then pull it and lay it uniformly. No. While once you are mixed it and when you are laying it only, you are going to lay it in the layers. Okay, uniform layers. So you are not going to heap means what? If this is your subgrade surface, through the trucks you are going to bring the materials, right, like this. In this, from here you are going to throw down the mix in a heap like this at different points. So this should not happen. You are not going to prepare a heap here everywhere and then lay it. No. While laying only, you have to lay in a proper layers. That is what he is trying to say. The mix may be spread with the paver, finisher or mortar grader. You might have seen that in the bituminous pre-carpeting, right, the near your houses, a machine comes where a truck dumps all the heap of bitumen with the aggregates mix into its machine, and the machine that lays in a layers, right? It is a big machine. So same machine is going to be used to spread the mix and to achieve the uniformity, to have a specified slope and grade, right? No segregations of large and fine particles should be allowed. So once you lay it as per the requirements, after mixing is laid to required thickness, grade and the cross fall is nothing but a camber. Same shall be compacted uniformly at its fuller depth by the rollers. Right? Proper compaction uniformly should be done throughout the layer. If the thickness of the single layer is 100 mm, smooth wheel rollers is used for compacting the single layer up to the 200 mm. Up to 200 mm, we are going to use the vibrating rollers. If the thickness of that layer, mix WBM layer, is 100 mm, then you are going to use the smooth wheel rollers. If the thickness is more than or it is equal to 200 mm, then you are going to use vibratory rollers. So these are the different between the base water band mechanism and water mix mechanism. The same kind of rolling is done in the BM as discussed below. The way of rolling, that rolling at the edges first uniformly and then moving towards the center and again from the edge to the center, the same thing is to be done. Along the forms, curbs, walls and other inaccessible places for the rollers, mechanical tampers or the plate compactors are used. Near the curbs or near the walls, we cannot roll with the rollers, right? So in that case, we are going to use mechanical tampers or plate vibrators. Rolling should not be done when the subgrade is soft. Rolling should not be done when the subgrade is in soft. If irregularities developed during the rolling which exceed 12 mm, when tested with the 3-meter straight edge, right, what will happen? The surface will be loosened and the premix is added or removed. If the irregularities is more than 12 mm on the along the length of the road for 3 meters, this is happening, then you are going to remove some of the mix or you are going to add some more mix to the surface, right? Rolling shall be continued till the density is achieved is at least 98% or that of maximum dry density. The rolling should be continued till the density is achieved of at least 98% of the maximum dry density for the material. After the completion of the surface, any finished layer is well closed, free for the movement under the compaction equipments or any compaction planes. All the loose segregated areas shall be made good with the full thickness of layer and recompact it. What are you going to do if there is any loose areas or loose aggregates mix and segregation is happened, so that area is going to be refilled fully and it is recompacted. After final compaction, the water mix macadam course is rolled shall be allowed to dry for 24 hours. The road shall be allowed to dry for 24 hours. Preferably no traffic, vehicular traffic or any kind of will be allowed on the finished BBM till the surface is dry and wearing course is laid. This becomes a base course. Mostly this is used as a base course nowadays. The WM is not used. The WMM is used as a base course. Okay. Now we are going to study about bituminous road. How the bituminous roads are, what are the different layers in it, and then we will see the construction procedure. We will be having a subgrade, which is the lowermost layer. Then we have a large aggregate layer, a fine layer, not very thick layer, very small layer, which will help us to drain the water from which is coming, might be from the subgrade. The water is trying to have a capillary action and rise into the base course and sub base courses. So for that we provide this layer so that water doesn't goes to the above layers. It will drain off from in the this coarse layer because it acts as a drainage material. Coarse aggregate acts as a drainage material and it moves the water from passing it. Right. Then we have a stabilized. The sub base is optional depending upon the requirement of strength we provided. The sub base or the base course may be stabilized, and we have a wearing course that is of hot mix asphalt or any other bitumen. Right. These are the layers, different layers in the bituminous road. That is flexible pavement. Bituminous surface or a wearing course is made up of mixture of various selected aggregates bonded together with asphalt cement or the other bituminous binder. This surface prevents the penetration of surface water into the base course. So what is bituminous surface? Or you can say wearing course, that we talked about the asphalt course, right? Asphalt bitumen or a bituminous, where we mix the bitumen with the selected grade of aggregates, right, and it is laid, right, which acts as a binding material. The asphalt acts as a binding material, or it might be any other bituminous material which will prevent the water to penetrate into the base course. And we have, after the wearing course, we saw which are the layers, right? So depending upon this, explanation is to be carried out. Next layer will be base course. Base course serves as a principal structural component of the flexible pavement. This becomes a very important structural component of the flexible pavement. It distributes the imposed load, vehicle wheel load, on to the pavement's foundation. That is the base course or the subgrade. The base course have a sufficient quality and thickness to prevent in failure of subgrade and subbase, and it will transfer the load to the larger areas. This layer in the areas where the frost action is very severe and this subsoil conditions is extremely weak, then the sub base course is functions like a base course. It is not necessary that everywhere we are going to use, depending upon the strength of the subgrade and the uh, climatic conditions will decide whether to provide a sub-base course or not. The material requirements for the sub-base course are not as strict as those of base course, since the sub-base is subjected to the lower load stresses, and the sub-base consists of stabilized or properly compacted granular material. Okay, it not be at of as quality as that of base course. Next is subgrade. Subgrade is the lowermost part of the road. The subgrade is a compacted layer that forms the foundation of a pavement system. Subgrade soils are subjected to the lower stresses than the surface or the base or the sub-base course. Because it is a last layer, so the load distribution that is coming over the subgrade will be lesser that in case of the base, subbase and the wearing course. Since the load stresses decreases with the depth, the controlling subgrade stresses usually lies at the top of the subgrade. Right? The combined thickness of subbase and base and wearing course must be greater enough to reduce the stresses occurring in the subgrade. What he is trying to say is the thickness should be such that of the various layers above the subgrade should be such that the stresses that will come over the subgrade should be very negligible. In the subgrade, to values that will not cause any excessive distortion and displacement of subgrade soil layer. Right? This is what a layer is. You have sub-base course here, then you have a drainage layer, then you have water mix macadam of 250 mm, then you have bituminous macadam road, over that you have a wearing course. Preparation of the existing layers. The existing layer means we are constructing over the surface which is already existing. On the existing roads we are going to construct. We are going to just layer the waterborne macadam layers. The existing layer is properly profiled and even clean and has a proper chambers also. A tack coat is applied of a thin layer of application of thin layer of bituminous binder using spray or pouring can. So what we are going to do over this existing surface, to get the binding between the existing surface and the new surface, what we are going to do, we are going to pour the bitumen or sprinkle the bitumen over the existing surface with the help of the sprayer or scan, with the help of the sprayers or can, so that we get a good binding between the two different layers, that is of the existing road, existing layer and the new layer. So for that we provide a tack coat or primer coat. The pre-mix preparations, the bituminous binder and the aggregates are separately heated and then placed into the mixer. The mixed is homogeneously mixture is formed and it is carried to the site with the transporter vehicles. Right? It is heated first, then it is mixed together. Proper mixture is done, then it is taken to the site for the laying. Paving mixture is placed in a desired location and spread in the help of racks to the predetermined thickness, and the profile of camber is checked with the template. Template is nothing, it is a measuring instrument which will check the slopes of the camber. Right? So after laying or placement paving of mixture, rolling is done using tandem rollers. Okay, we will be seeing different types of rollers in the coming class. The rolling is commenced from the edge of the pavement to the center. Number of undulations exceeding 10 mm should not be less than 30 in 300 meters. The 10 mm undulations should not exceed less than should be less than 30 in the length along 300 meters. In 300 meters length of road, there should be less than 30 undulations of size 10 mm. He is trying to say. It is very difficult to understand in one go. If you watch this video twice or thrice, so you will get to know various layers and you'll understand what it is. Right? So I know it is very difficult to understand in one go. So you have to see this video twice or thrice so you can understand it. Right? And in the next class, I will be showing the in the coming classes we will be showing the various layers, okay, with the pictures, and we will be showing the various rollers that we are going to use in this construction work, right, in the coming lectures.